Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. My name is Paul. I am, well, at least I have been net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, only for about 7 years, with some exceptions. Notable exceptions, like Michael have been the predominant one, KM4YRF, who does an able job when I'm incapacitated in some way, which there's been a couple of occasions. But anyway, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Yep, didn't think so. There usually never is. But if you have an emergency, call 911. And if you can't do that, call us. And we'll help you in any way that we can. At any time is a good time for a check-in for if you have emergency traffic or an emergency at your home or wherever you are. For information on us now, you can see us right now on YouTube. See us being the face of my radio. So you can hear who I'm talking to. You can hear me if you don't have a well, if you have a radio, you're listening to me now, or you could be listening on YouTube, but you put my call, K4PEW, into the search block in YouTube, and it'll bring up my channel, and it should be evident right there that this is going on. You can also see our website at 146415.net, 146415.net, mysteriously similar to our frequency. Also, you can see us on our groups.io site, groups.india-oscar. Just do a search for MJSS, for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And well, you can get involved. It shows our schedule, our net schedule there, but you can also sign up for the email list. There's about 176 people interested in interested. So they're on the mailing list, and they get all our mailings. So there's about 176 in there, which is a huge list, at least in my book. It's a huge list for a limited simplex net. Purpose of the net. Well, we're on 146.415. If you hadn't noticed, it's 146.415 FM. Purpose of the net is to have fun, figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear, and take action to correct that if you have the coin, the bread, the clams, the smackaroos, and if your XYL will permit. So anyway, that's everyone. Often people interested in simplex work through this progression of disappointment when they can't hear certain parties, and then they try to correct that through putting a little height on their antenna and or a little better antenna. And usually that's really the problem. It's not the radio. Don't think you have to go out and buy a brand new radio because you can't hear somebody. Even a good HT, you have a $100 HT and a good antenna will get you. You will be able to hear a lot. May not be able to get out as well with 5 watts, but you will be able to hear a lot. Purpose of that, is that fun. We invite everyone to use the announcements. The biggest announcement I think I have for tonight is there's going to be 3 nets: a 2-meter net, then we're going to have, which is here, and then a 70-centimeter net, which is unusual for us. We only do those whenever we feel like it, or I feel like it, or I get convinced it's a good idea. That'll be on 446.415, 446.415. And then the 10-meter net on the 28.415, 28.415 upper sideband. So those are the 3 nets. Plus we've got, there is Saturday, there is the Boy Scouts of America has their Jamboree on the Air Saturday. So get on the air. I don't know the frequencies. You can look at Boy Scouts of America Jamboree on the air. I'm pretty sure you'll find it. It's not hard to find. They've been doing it every year for, I don't know, maybe since World War II. I'm not sure. I know it was active when I was in the Scouts in the 60s. So it's been around, what's that for? That's 60 years that I know of. Anyway, that's the Jamboree on the air. I don't know what time it starts, but it's Saturday, and there's a lot of young men and now young women involved in that. Yeah, sure. Anyway, make sure to go there if you're interested in it. Does anybody have any other announcements?
KM4YRF.
Well, you're going to remind me about the Sunday night net?
Yep.
Well, then I'll make the announcement, since there's a few more people can hear me than can hear you. But anyway, we just want to remind you about the 10-meter net Sunday nights. That's at 7:30 p.m. that Michael KM4YRF ably does. It's called the Mid-10, standing for Tennessee, 10-meter net. And at 7:30 p.m. Sunday nights, make sure to be there. And of course, tomorrow, there's some other things too. But if you get on the mailing list, you'll get all the reminders for all the nets, and you don't have to listen to this garbage. These announcements. Any other announcements? Corrections?
WV4D. you and all the Navy guys. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I forget. It's 200 and I forget what it is. I saw that. It's 200 something years anniversary of the U.S. Navy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Appreciate that. Of course, the Air Force is a lot younger. It didn't start until after World War II by itself.
That is correct.
But they were around in World War I flying those biplanes, Army, Air Force.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ned. I just want to tell all the Navy guys happy birthday.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I was in the old Navy. The old Navy being the ships that were built for World War II. Anyway, I think that's all I had for announcements, and those were all the announcements. This is net number 734. Like I said, we're in our 8th year, starting from the east, and we'll take people short on time first. Let's start right now from who's short on time.
Kilo AM4 while Mike and Mount Juliet short on time.
All right, I had the brothers Kamarazov here. I got Michael, and I heard Rick is in there as well. Mike, I heard you first. Go ahead.
I just wanted to let everybody know that Emily got a cast on her foot today, got her stitches out, and the doctor said it's looking really, really well. So I'm going to be a short timer tonight.
Awesome. She's going to go jogging, preparing for the, let's see, this is 2021, what is it, 2022 Olympics, 2024 Olympics?
Now she's going to have to skip that one.
Well, you can always hope.
Absolutely. Nothing further, so back to that.
Very good. That's Mike, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot here. It's Mount Juliet on an HT, if you couldn't hear him. KM4TJF. I think that's who that is, Mike. Or Rick, I mean.
You are correct, sir. I mean, I got beat out by a handheld.
Yeah, you got whooped, man. Well, who's older in it? Well, he's older than you, so he can do that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm going to let it slide anyway. Okay, man. Sorry I'm short on time as always, but go Navy. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what I used to say. And then I went Navy, and now I'm saying goodbye, Navy.
Never again volunteer yourself.
No, it's no mine. Yeah, I volunteered myself when the draft says I'm coming to get you. Anyway, that was Rick. That was Mike's brother. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He's in Ashland City. Who else is short on time? Nobody else short on time. We'll move on to first time check-ins if there are any. All righty, then we're going to start taking check-ins from the east.
WA4ZHI, James and Mount Juliet.
Sound good, James. You using the HT tonight?
This is my base unit.
Okay, good. No, it sounds great. Sounds great. I can't make a distinction between your HT and the base unit. We're too close.
Oh.
Sounds good, though.
Richard said something.
Richard did?
Yes. James, I don't know what you did, but nail that joker down to the wall, the floor, or whatever you have to, because I'm hearing you real well tonight. Best I've heard you since we started this net. Well, thank you. I put a little work into it. Pays off, from my standpoint, anyway.
What did you do something really radical there, James?
Not all that much.
All right, well, it works. That's all that counts. I mean, I know you want to keep it secret. It's this proprietary. You don't want to let out the news.
Well, yeah, you just tie this thing all together.
Ah, very good. Well, it's working great. Working really good for you. I know it's working good to me, but it's hard for you not to do good to me. We're only a couple of miles apart. Anyway, that was James. You got anything else for the net, by the way?
Oh, I heard Michael a while ago, too.
Oh, you didn't normally hear Michael?
No, most of the time I did.
Well, you got to remember, he's on an HT up here over near Providence. He went in on the south side of the interstate.
Very good. HT then.
Yeah, and I did fine. Very good. Anybody else hearing James that hadn't heard him before? That was a rousing nobody. Good to have you in there, James. We'll figure out who can hear you. Who else is east? Please come down.
KI4SIB, KI4SOR, good evening.
Hey. Whoops, let's put your name where Stephanie's belong. How you doing tonight, Richard?
I'm all right. I'm getting myself geared up to go to Clay County this weekend to do Joda, so wish me luck.
Oh, you're doing the jamboree on the air?
Yes, sir. I'm doing it with a buddy of mine who's a scoutmaster in Clay County.
Cool. Forgive me, I don't remember where Clay County is.
Well, okay, if you leave Wilson County, go to Trowalter County, then go to Macon County, and go east. In other words, you're going from Lebanon to Hartsville to Lafayette, and then go east toward Dale Hollow Lake, where it actually is. And you'll run smack dab into Salina. You go through Lafayette, Red Bowling Springs, Hermitage Springs, Moss, and then Salina.
Oh, so it's Clay County must border Kentucky.
It does. Yeah. If you know where Dale Hollow Lake is, if you find Dale Hollow Lake, if you look at the bottom of the lake, you'll see, well, on the, that didn't sound right, but if you look on the lower part of the map, on the lower part of the lake, you'll find Salina.
Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't want to go to the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, right.
No, very good. I'm glad you're going to be there. Yeah, make sure to jump on here. What frequencies do they normally run on?
Well, we're hoping to get some HF stuff going on. In fact, I've made a contact with a fellow in Missouri that I would love to get the two of you in the same frequency at some point, because he does HF like you do VHF Simplex. He does it's not a net per se, but he takes calls and he puts it on a YouTube channel like you do, and he's gonna crank up this weekend. In fact, I just stumbled across him the night before last, and he's going to be on. We're going to be operating on 40 meter, and well, that's one of the bands. I think we're going to have 2 or 3 radios set up, but we are going to have a UHF VHF dual band up there hooked up, and hopefully we can get down here to some of the repeaters or something. I don't know exactly how far what the terrain up there is like as far as that location is concerned. I don't think it's in a hole though. But at any rate, we're going to have that going on, and I just texted him on the phone and told him that our net was going on, and for him to, if he could, to listen to it. But at any rate, yeah, I'm hoping we can get some UHF, VHF stuff going up there as well.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I just noticed on the screen here somebody else is working Simplex just a little bit up the band here.
Well, he's like he's in Missouri, and I forget now exactly what town, but hang on, I'll tell you.
All right. Well, yeah, if you will, yeah, make sure to check in here, though. I mean, hopefully there'll be people on the air Saturday here as well.
We'll do our best. He's in Bates City, Missouri, wherever that is.
What's his call? Do you know?
Kilo Zero Romeo. Wait a minute. Romeo Whiskey Bravo.
Yeah, I just want to get my lawyer involved if he's doing a YouTube video like mine. Actually, I feel bad for him now. No, it sounds good. I didn't. I have heard other people do other nets on the air, but I didn't know if anybody was doing them consistently like we have.
Yeah. In fact, he's had a conversation with Bob Howell as well.
Hey, Bob Howell, man, he gets around.
Oh, absolutely. He interviewed. Well, Bob checked into his situation up there one night.
Cool. Well, very good. And his first name was what?
Randy.
All right. We got it. Very good. That was Richard and Stephanie in a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. That's Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. By the way, great signal. Like 35 over to me tonight, Richard. And Stephanie KI4SOR. Who else is east?
KB4SF.
Very good. How you doing there, Tom? I haven't heard your review in a while.
Just been here. Just hadn't been on the radio.
Oh, yeah. I know the feeling. Everything going well for you?
Everything's going okay. I went out and harvested up my hedge apples today, and I've got them all loaded, ready for market.
Well, I'm not sure I know what hedge apples are.
Osage orange fruit.
Oh, I'm not familiar with those.
Well, next time you're up this way, stop by and I'll give you some samples.
Do they sell those in the stores?
Not hardly. It's a big thing and about the size of a softball that falls off of your tree in great numbers. Stinks like everything. It's good for nothing. I don't even know it. I think the hogs will eat them, but that's about it.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Well, when I lived in Florida, what I was thinking was when you were talking about having lots of them, I had a grapefruit tree in the backyard. And you have a grapefruit tree. I don't care how much you like grapefruit, you can't eat them all, and the squirrels get in there and they eat them. It's amazing to me that squirrels like grapefruit.
Well, I did say the hogs will eat them and squirrels will, and but they fall out of the tree. You can't really get up under a Osage orange or a hedge apple tree in the fall because you'll ever get hit in the head. Sounds like a cannonball running.
Wow. Yeah, if I've seen them, I didn't recognize them. That's funny. I'll have to look those up. And it's Osage?
Osage orange or hedge apple. I don't want to take up the net with explaining why it's called a hedge apple, but anyway, KB4 SFM.
All right, Tom. I learned something tonight anyway. That was Tom. He's in Martha, Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot, November. Yeah, it's cute. I got to read my own writing. Who else is East? Hello, Stan. You sound good tonight.
I think Paul, how you doing?
I think I'm doing great. I'm actually a lot of nets. I'm working. I get assembled at the last about 8 minutes. And tonight I got my stuff out of the way early, and I was prepared by 7:30, so I feel like I'm relaxed.
Sounds good. Try 70 centimeters later.
Yes, I'm 446, 415, right after the 2 meter.
Okay, I'll try it. Thanks, Paul. Back to that.
Very good. That's Stan over there just north of downtown Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east?
W4 EBX.
Hello, Eddie. Haven't heard from you in a couple of days.
Well, I've been pretty busy. I tell you that right now. But getting a lot of stuff done. So taking advantage of this cooler weather before it turns cold.
Well, I believe you, but based upon what you've told me about the contents of your shack, it's not done until that's cleaned up.
Well, I just got through moving some stuff around so I could walk through here. So it's working.
Yeah, in other words, you created a path.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's doing okay and continue on. You're doing a good job.
All righty, I guess so. People tell me that, but even my wife tells me that, but I'm not. I think she just does it because she's my wife. She says that. Anyway, that's Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. It's Eddie in Deladeville. Who else is east? Besides, I pay her to tell me that. Who else is north then? Hello, Steve. How you doing?
Wonderful. I'm hearing a lot of people tonight.
Yeah, I didn't look at the propagation map, but you sound really good tonight.
About half scale, 3/4 scale on me.
Yeah, no, it's if I didn't know you were in Kentucky, I would have think you were, just 20 miles or 30 miles away here local.
I've heard several of the gentlemen from east, and Richard's booming, so he always does.
Yeah, it's funny because Tuesday night you couldn't hear Richard for nothing.
Roger that.
Yeah, it is amazing how propagation affects FM so much, and because sometimes it's like tonight, and sometimes it's not even there.
Yep. So I give you a number. You're sounding good up this way. See you tomorrow night. K4WK.
All right, Steve, you have a good one. That's Steve in Kentucky. Kilo 4 Whiskey, Kilo Uniform, just north of Bowling Green. That's 65 miles, about, give or take a couple hundred yards, 65 miles north of me. Who else is north? Well, we ran out of north in our area. Anybody else north? One more time. Over the west.
WY14.
Hello, Jeff. Everything well?
Okay, following that. Well, so far so good. Some about those Osage oranges or hedge apples. I always use them for targets. They break apart real good. Hit with the 22, hollow point. So it's a long rifle hollow point. So they're good for that.
Oh, okay. So they're not. I take it. I got two people telling me they're not edible. I guess they're not edible.
I've never heard of anybody eating one, but they're those bright green, yellowish looking things you see lying on the ground or laying on the ground everywhere about this time of year.
Huh. If I've seen them, I don't. I guess I didn't recognize them. But usually I recognize that kind of stuff. Huh. I guess I've never run into one. Are they just a nuisance tree? I mean, is that what they really are?
I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of them is. They, like that other guy saying, the hogs, the squirrels ate them, so I guess it's maybe going to be sustenance for them. But I've gotten them just shoot them, like a 22 long rifle, whatever. They splat real good. But I'm sure you've seen them. You've never paid attention to them. They're kind of like real porous looking, a size of softball, and like a bright green or like a yellowish green color.
Well, if I lived here as a kid, would I be throwing them at my friends?
Probably.
Just wonder. It's kind of stuff we would do with different fruits we had up there where I live, like peaches and apples, rotten apples and rotten peaches.
Yeah, the fresh one from the tree, if it hit you, it might hurt a little bit, but the one's kind of rotten, it would splat, so it just make a mess. Like the other guy said, it would stink. So they do that like a Bartlett pear tree, so something like that.
Oh, very good. I'm going to look that up on the web. I'm sure there's pictures up there. Well, very good, Jeff. You sound good tonight. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and he's in Madison. Anybody else north or west?
And 4 JT.
Hey, Don. How's the things out west?
Hanging out like a hair in a biscuit. Them hedge apples are pretty nasty. They will do a number on a windshield when they're green and fall off a tree. I had a windshield destroyed by one, and they weren't pretty.
Why would you park it underneath the tree?
I wasn't. I was just driving down the road, and the semi truck was a little too tall for the road and hit the tree and knocked like 6 of them off, and one of them got his way up on my windshield.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, that would be true of anything like that. But yeah, so they're about the size. I can't believe I've never noticed though. That sounds funny.
Yeah, they're big, greenish yellow, and the size of a softball, look like an alien seed pod kind of thing. And they will smash the windshield. But otherwise, things up here don't get as busy as a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest at work trying to get this project done. And there's light at the end of the tunnel, but still down in the mine, brother.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know whether you're making fun of one-legged people or people with butts big enough to kick.
I make fun of everybody out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good. That was Don in Bon Aqua. Great signal. November 4 Delta, Juliet Tango. How much power are you running on 2 meters tonight?
Just 100 watts.
Oh, that's right. You got 100 on 2 meters. You're going to try 70 centimeters?
Yeah, I probably won't be able to hear anybody, but I'll give it a whirl.
We'll give it a shot. Well, if you had a beam on 70 centimeters, you should be able to hear it.
Yeah, I got one. It's sitting in my yard. I'll put it together. I need to put it up on the tower with the 2 meter antenna.
Well, is your XYL busy that you can't run up the tower and hold on to it?
Yeah, no. Well, nobody has to go up the tower. The tower comes down to me.
Okay, very good. And again, Don in Bon Aqua, November 4 Delta, Juliet Tango. Got a 70 centimeter beam, but it's laying on the ground. That's not going to do him any good. Who else is west?
Okay.
Hello, Roy. What's up with you?
Not too much, Paul. You doing all right?
Oh yeah, it's doing great. I say great. My wife's at work, and I'm alone with 6 dogs and a cat and 6 birds.
Well, I think I was hoping we could
get a bunch of guys together and all bring in a dozen each of those hedge apples just for you.
It doesn't sound like something I want to handle though at this point. So they just rot on the ground, or somebody to pick them up and throw them in the trash? Is that what people do?
Or just pass them on by.
No, I meant if they're in your yard. I mean, if you're in your yard, do people just normally cut down the tree?
I don't know. I guess so. But it's sort of like those black walnuts. Boy, I tell you what a mess those can make, but they sure are good to eat.
Oh, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
When I was a kid, Paul, we used to pick up the hedge apples out of the yard, take them over to the cow field and the hog lot, play baseball with them. They didn't last very long in baseball, but it sure was fun watching them splat when you hit them with a baseball bat.
Man, you must have really been bored.
We were. And the other thing you had to do was wear something over your face so that when the thing splattered, it didn't hit you.
I don't know. When I say you're bored, I did worse when we had cow pie fights.
I knew a couple of, actually there were 4 guys that I know of that were living in McMinn County that used to play war with live rounds of 12 gauge ammo. So, yeah, they must have been extremely bored. Yeah, of course, I'll be back to that.
Well, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. All right, very good. But anyway, Roy, how's everything going with you?
Oh, it's good. And I hope you didn't eat any of the mushrooms growing out of this cow pile.
No, but I sure did clean my nails before I ate dinner.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, listen, I'll let you get back to it, Caleb. We're okay.
Yeah, very good. That's Roy. He's in Madison. Kilo, Oscar 4, Oscar, Kilo, Echo. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack. You're going to make the next breakfast, I hope?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. And I was going to tell Steve if he's still listening, I had him S5.
Cool.
Yeah, that's, like I said, it's a good night for north-south for certain.
Oh, yeah, conditions are great tonight.
Yeah, you're 40 over to me. Well, that's not unusual, though. I rarely, with people who live in Nashville and around me, I rarely even look at the meter.
Yeah, you're always 40 over for me.
Yeah, very good. Everything going well, though? You're not growing any of those hedge apples, right?
No, but I had a rental property that had a tree, and they would fall off and roll down in the creek. And so I had to go down and fish them out, and boy, they were a real headache. And I just load up the pickup truck and haul them off somewhere and dump them.
I don't know why would people keep a tree like that, then?
Well, this was a really big tree. I wasn't about to tackle it, and the wood is like cutting into steel. It's really hard wood.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I forget the name of the tree now. It was in Florida, and one of the trees I chopped down was they called it a nuisance tree. I say it was a nuisance type of tree. It wasn't a nuisance tree, but I don't remember the name. It was a Brazilian something, and it was awful. It had a bark on it that was like 2 inches thick, of almost like a paper. It was almost like styrofoam and crepe, and it was disgusting. I finally sawed it down and hauled it all off.
Well, these hedge apples are nasty. They're real sticky, so you wouldn't be throwing them at anyone unless you have gloves on.
Hey, listen, if I can have a cow pie fight without gloves, I could do that.
Well, thanks for doing the net, Paul. Appreciate it.
Very good. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Another hedge apple story. Who else is west? Anybody else west? Going to the south. We're running out of points of the compass here.
KF4, KFQ.
Hey, Tony. Did you round up a sponsor tonight?
Yeah, I just said that at the radio, literally, but Uncle Willie's Snail and Slug Farm, known around the world as the home of fine thoroughbred mollusks.
Slowest delivery in town?
Well, I want to enunciate because you keep asking to repeat it.
No, I got it. No, I'm not. The delivery of the snails is really slow, the slugs.
Yeah, well, it's scraping up the trails that they leave behind. That's the really icky part.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and You can't have a side business selling salt licks either.
Yeah, well, but yeah, but if your neighbor's hiding beer anywhere, the snails and slugs will find it.
Will they? Is that a real trade of snails and slugs?
Yeah, that's how you get rid of them. You take a saucer and put it out on the deck, put some beer in it, and they will literally kill themselves to get to the beer.
Well, that just sounds like most hams.
Well, what can I say? Sorry I missed Saturday night, but you know where I was, and I hope you enjoyed all the pictures and videos.
Oh yeah, it was great. Hey, I noticed in a review, not of that event, but it said they left out a song at Brown Sugar on purpose.
Yeah, they're afraid that it might be linked to slavery somehow. And, I can appreciate their sensitivity, so I really don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't either. But until I read that yesterday, I had no idea that any reference to that in that song.
Well, it's not really. Actually, if you look at the words, it's anti-slavery, but you know how people are.
Oh no! I didn't mean it was trying to be pro or I didn't. I'm just saying any reference to slavery whatsoever.
Hey, you were talking about the Chicago song, was it 5 or 6 to 4 or something like that? To you had some meaning other than what time it was.
Yeah, 25 or 6 to 4. And other people put other meaning into it. And every time they asked the group Chicago members about it, said it has nothing to do with drugs because everybody thought it had something to do with weed.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Oh, and the Santa Net's coming up Christmas Eve at 7 o'clock right here on the mighty 146.415. Everybody be here.
Oh, that's right. We don't want to forget that. The Santa Net, produced, directed, written, acted, enunciated, and portrayed by all the characters, of course, by Tony, KF4, KFQ. And this is his 20th year. It'll be here on 146.415. And it'll be simulcast on YouTube on this same thingy here. And it'll be, of course, Christmas Eve. That's the 24th of December. So make sure to round up your, well, I doubt, well, some of you have kids, grandkids, great grandkids, and have them settle up around the radio. And it starts at 7, right, Tony?
And Bruce Hughes will be there too.
Yeah, very good. All right. Sounds a little dumb here on this net, but I'm with it. Very good. That's Tony in Smyrna, KF4, KFQ in Smyrna. Good signal, by the way. Very good conditions tonight. Anybody else, Sal?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken, Smyrna.
You sure this isn't Tony doing a character of Ken?
I don't think so.
Yeah, very good. How you doing, Ken?
I'm doing really well, Paul. I tell you what, I haven't seen any hedge apples down on this back road, but there's some trees back there. And I want to tell you, they will mess up a street.
I have.
Already this year, Tony?
Yes, sir. And if you get those Osage orange hedge apples and you put one in your kitchen cabinet, it will kill cockroaches.
That's what I've heard. I tell you what, Paul, if I can remember to go by there, is it Saturday we have breakfast?
Not this Saturday.
Next Saturday, I'll bring you one.
Well, I don't know if I'm not sure if I want one.
I'll put it in a Ziploc bag.
Tony, there's another opportunity for a sponsor of the hedge apple farmers of America.
Hey, Paul, they sell them on eBay.
Why?
I don't know. I looked a while ago when y'all were talking about it, that ecstasy, not the eBay. And he was showing a hedge apple cut in quarters. When you see it, you won't want to eat it anyway.
Huh.
They're poisonous.
Yes, they are. Sorry, I'll back out of here, folks. Y'all have a good afternoon. WB40.
All right, somebody got to go down there and look. There's somebody else on Simplex. I think it's in the Simplex frequency. It must be just a few points down below us. I think it's below. I'm looking at a backwards screen. My screen is reversed here on the web. Yeah, it's up about 25, 50 kilohertz. Anyway, or not, yeah, about 50. Who else? That was Whiskey Victor 4 Delta Ken in Smyrna. And who else is south?
And for WO4Y, 714, I'm Tom in Rockville. Good evening.
Hold on, I had 3 in there at one time. I heard Tom, and I heard Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee, and I didn't hear the first one. Now, who was the other one?
10 Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. One more time on the call. I got that all mixed up in my head.
Sorry about that. Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot.
All right, very good. Yeah, once I get it. Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. Very good. I got you. Very good, Kevin. Remind me again where you are.
I'm all the way down here in Almaville.
Almaville. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember you telling me that before, but I guess you must have.
Roger, yeah, I have. It's quite a ways south of Smyrna.
Cool. Well, so it's not real time. Going to, I don't know how far I've been south, but I can hear south, but you've got a good signal. What kind of antenna are you using there?
I have a TP-15. It is 22 feet off the ground at the base, and I'm just running a QIT radio on it right now.
The QIT, is that the base station radio?
Actually, a mobile radio, the KT8900D.
Oh, okay, very good. So it's got like 50 watts?
Negative, it has 25.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I know I think I know which one you have now. I know which one you're talking about. Now, again, if you've got a good height and a good antenna, and it sounds like you're in a good location, you're doing fine.
I was hoping so. I've only been able to hear 5 people on the net so far. I'm up to 10 people I haven't heard.
Yeah, well, for terrain reasons, down in Murfreesboro, south of Smyrna, it can be rough for some people, especially to the north.
Yeah, roger that. There's a lot of hills over here. I'm not too far from the castle on 840, and we all know the hills over there.
Right, right. Well, you're doing fine, though. Anything else for the net tonight?
Nothing much. Just thought I'd catch it tonight. Hoping to do the UHF net here in a little bit and see how this antenna performs on that one. But thanks. That's it.
Very good. That was Kevin in Alma. That's Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. Let's see. I think I heard Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee in there.
Hey, Paul. Yeah, Mike and Laverne. I just wanted to throw my know something about something. Those Osage orange fruit you're talking about, those trees, that wood is real popular with people that like to build archery, like recurve bows. And also, I'm hardly hearing anybody tonight.
Wonder why that is.
I don't know. I started out with the ground plane, couldn't hear anything, and went to the beam, kind of aimed your way, and still not picking up much of anything, even off those crazy lows.
Oh, that's wild. Because you've got a nice little system of them.
And for VC, well, I'm not hearing tonight, so I don't know. He's dead 9, dead 10 over here, KR4EZ.
Hey, hold on, guys. KR4. I want to make sure I don't write everybody down. I'm running on a deficit, but yeah, it is interesting. You're not hearing people well tonight, but you're getting out pretty well. I mean, is anybody not hearing Mike in Laverne? Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee?
That's what I just saying, Paul. He's dead 9 to 10 over here, KR4EZ.
Well, from Laverne to Murfreesboro is going to be too shabby, but anybody else further away?
E4TYJ. N4VC.
Well, N4VC's hearing you up north, way up north. So something's going on there for you, Mike.
Well, that's cool. Appreciate that. I'll back out of here. More people you need to talk to than I can hear and participate with. So, WO4Y, Mike and Laverne.
Yeah, I know. It's just interesting to me because I know you've worked pretty hard on your antennas there, and you're being heard in let's say where did I just said that up north, N4VC. He's north of Nashville, quite a ways. Are you mobile tonight up there, N4VC?
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, I've got the same set up 5 watts and a 5/8 mag mount. Yeah, I'm up here at Walmart again. The normal location. Yeah, he's at 6, great signal, and so is Tony and Laverne. It's full quieting F4. And the guy in Almaville or whatever it was, I could just hear him transmitting. That's about it, but I could hear him.
Okay, no, very good. No, you probably, it's funny. You just must have a great elevation there because it's that 5 watts does a great job mobile.
Yeah, I tuned in late here, so I didn't tune in until about 10 minutes ago or so, but I'm stationary here, Mobile. Go ahead.
All right, very good. That's I believe that's Alan, November 4, Victor Charlie. He's mobile up in Walmart, and that's in, where is it? Cottontown or White House? Where is it?
White House.
Yeah, very good. White House. If anybody knows where White House is, north of us, about 20 miles or so. We also had, I heard, of course, there was Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee Mike. He is in Laverne, of course. Heard Tom, November 4 Tango Mike. Isn't that Tom, your call, Tom?
Yeah, pretty close, Paul. It's Kilo Mike for Tango Mike. KM4TM. In Rockville, there's some folks I'm hearing and some folks I'm not. Kind of like an average night here. Hearing you real well, Paul. About plus 20. And I guess my big news is that my 80-foot boom lift is on my property, and I'm going to start stacking tower tomorrow. So hopefully, after all this time I've been talking about it, I'm finally going to get it done and get this X700 up in the 100-foot range. Is what I'm shooting for there. Anyway, it ain't a Paul, and to all those on the net that can hear me, KM4TM, Tom in Rockville.
Yeah, Tom. You are going to be able to hear everybody. Like you're going to hear people you don't even want to hear.
Well, those are easy to filter out, but I want to hear the people I do want to hear.
Now, having that antenna at 100-foot mast from Rockville, because where you are in Rockville seems to get out pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's I'm a little bit above the average terrain. I'm not like on a big hill or anything, but it's certainly not at a hole either. I'm kind of on a little rise out here, real close to Larry's place, SYV and Preston too. So yeah, it's a pretty good spot, and if I can ever get that the 700, it's at 55 feet at the top right now, and my plan is to have it close to 100. I shouldn't be under that. I'll be over that if anything.
That'll be awesome. I'm anxious to hear how the reports of what you can hear, though, once you get that up there, because I think you're going to be able to hear everything I can hear.
I'm looking forward to it. It's I've kind of got to learn this boom lift operation, and it took me about 20 minutes just to get from my front driveway to my backyard. Just to have to be real careful around objects and this and that, and learning the controls. It's a little different from ones I've used in the past. And then just the hesitancy in operating the thing, plus then the stacking the tower. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I think I can get it done.
Well, let's hope. I'm hoping for a good report, and be safe about using that boom lift. It's you don't want any accidents with that.
Yep, yeah, I'll be safe as I possibly can be. I've done it once before, so and that went real well. So I'm hoping for a repeat performance. But so far, so good. I've got it in my yard in position and ready to go. That's the most progress I've made for quite a while. All right, Paul, I'll let you turn it back over to the bunch. And I heard Jim out there in Woodbury. Good evening to Jim and the rest of them that are in my range here in southwest Rutherford County. KM4TM, go ahead.
Very good. That was Tom in Rockville, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike, and it's going to be nice there. He should, within I'll say, at worst, the next week or so, have a 100-foot tower with a X700 antenna at the top, and he's going to have good reports, I'm sure. I heard Alan in there. Oh yeah, Tim in Murfreesboro. How you doing, Tim?
All right, Paul. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Actually, like I said, you ever heard me earlier? I'm just barely ready when the net starts, and tonight I decided I'd get all my other stuff out of the way early And so I was sitting here leisurely waiting for the net.
Well, we made it back from we always, your past month or so, we've had a small group meeting for our church. Meets on Monday, meets on Wednesday evening. And we got done a little earlier tonight, so I was able to get back home in time to turn it on, get on the net. So glad I was able to make it.
Yeah, very good. Has your church been meeting all through the pandemic?
Yeah, just about. Except for the very first part of it when everything was kind of shut down. We cranked it back up around June, first week in June, I think, of last year, and been going ever since then. We just have a little small group that meets at one of them on Wednesday night. It meets at one of the members' homes, but got a few of us meet there, so it's been going pretty good thus far.
Yeah, very good. Sounds good. I'd say it's good you got out early, but usually going to those meetings is it's better than the net, I'll say.
Well, night was a kind of a fellowship night. Every other Wednesday night in the study, and they had some things they wanted to go over about a Bible, or a phone app put on there for prayer requests and stuff like that. So I kind of, as a facilitator part, I kind of wanted to show up, make a presence anyway. So I left the technical part of that to somebody else who knew more about it. So you know what I mean there. Anyway, Paul, I'll let you get back at it. I hope you and the family doing good, and hope everybody has a great night tonight. 73 is KR4AZ back then.
You know, if those smartphones ever stopped working, I think we'd all have to shut down. We wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, you're right. That's what one of the ladies was asked. She said, "What's the purpose of this?" And they was explaining. She was like myself. She's a little older than I am. So, but she said it seems like it's just further getting to where we don't want to look each other eye to eye and talk. I said, "Well, yeah, they've got an intention there, so have to maybe not have to call 15 people to instead of just put something in one time." But I said, I know where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah, no, that's what's funny is people, even hams before smartphones and the internet, they normally had schedules that they schedule up for different meeting times, and it just was different. But hams have a unique way to communicate that most organizations do not.
That's right. Well, it's state of the culture nowadays. Especially the younger folks who are there. They just want to do that. I said, well, sure, bring it. Let's do it. And see if we get people on board with it. But I told her, I said, Miss Leah, if you want a phone call, we'll make sure you get a phone call. And she did grin, and she was okay. You take care, Paul. 53 KR4AZ.
Yeah, very good, Tim. Yeah, in this day and age, you really don't want to leave anybody out just because they don't have or want to use an app or a smartphone or email or a text or oh my gosh, there's too many ways to communicate. And how about just give me a call? That used to be the only way we communicated, really, other than letters. That was Tim in Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zula. Jim in Murfreesboro. Jim in Woodbury, how you doing?
Still alive and kicking, KE4TYJ.
Yeah. We talked earlier, but I remember what it was about. Oh yeah, so you got this week off. That's why you're on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Surprising. I'm just making myself scarce because apparently I'm not allowed to watch TV in the evening because I'm normally not available to watch TV. So I just sequester in the ham shack and everything's fine.
I'd be grateful, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. They're used to the routine without you, so they don't want you around mucking things up.
Yeah, I'm a mucker, so I I'll do my own thing. See ya.
Yeah, no, there's no big deal. I mean, in fact, on net, when my wife was not working, she was home during net nights. She would purposely take those times to call her girlfriends to talk to them.
Well, of course.
Yeah, because I would Well, those conversations I don't want to be a part of. Anyway, that was Jim. Anything else for the net tonight, Jim? You've been pretty active recently on the web. I mean, on the net, anyway.
No, sir. And just playing a little ham radio, getting things done around the house, getting the bike taken care of, and yeah, just tying up loose ends.
Yeah, well, it's a good opportunity to do that. Well, very good. I'm glad things are going well. That was Jim in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee. Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is south?
Yankee Victor.
All righty, K4. Yeah, I heard Larry in there, and I heard Mike here locally. Mike, how you doing?
Doing good. The FCC finally showed my general ticket as official.
Oh, great. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully eventually get on stage once I figure out what I want to buy.
Well, what you do is you just, when you print out your general ticket, you just go over and you tell your wife, see, I got this, now I have to buy a rig. I don't have a choice. The Fed said I had to.
Careful, Paul. Very jaw for the good.
Yeah, no, it's, you'll get there. Yeah, HF adds a wonderful dimension to the hobby. I mean, VHF, UHF is fine, but it's much more challenging going out there and talking to people, around the globe.
Definitely. Just find the right radio at the right price.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, if you're looking for advice from people, don't hesitate to jump in there into the group there on the groups.io thing, and if you have specific questions, or if you saw something that was used and is that a good one to buy or not.
Yeah, I've already had a couple of people tell me to go with my concept.
Yeah, no, there's again, all the major brands have a usually a good track record, on the HF rate. I say usually. And again, you probably already seen, you can spend upwards of 10 grand, or you can go as, I think the cheapest one I've seen on the market that's a 160 through 10 meters. I think I saw a Linko for $400 something. I think ICOM has a rig in there for $400 or $500 in that range. It's kind of like not a beginner's rig, but it's it's one of the lower end rigs, but they still do a great job.
Definitely, I'll find something that we just gotta take the time and when to find something, and I'll grab it.
All righty. Well, very good. Again, congrats on the general ticket. And now you just got to worry about studying for the hardest one, the extra ticket.
Already looked at it.
Ah, very good. That's Mike. And if you see him, congratulate him on getting the general ticket. That's Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo. He's here in Mount Juliet. Larry, I heard you in there.
Yeah, man, I'm here. Don't say 73 there, buddy, and get back out of the way. KU4 SYB.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Good signal. Anybody else south?
KK4 UTS Carl with a correction. I guess I'm in Mount Juliet, but the sign says Lakeville, so maybe I'm annexed.
No. Well, you don't want to be in Mount Juliet. I'd rather say I was in Gladeville.
When I get off the highway, if you know right there where Amazon is, I get off at Stewart Ferry, and then on my left, and it's so funny, the post office is Gladeville with a different zip code, then I pass DG, Dollar General, and then I'm right there in that little first subdivision. So, but there are no city services out here, but I guess it was annexed at some point, I'm guessing.
I don't think Gladeville's been annexed into Mount Juliet. No way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this thing worked out. We had I was telling the joke Saturday, we had a neighborhood yard sale, and everybody said, "Oh, you're in the Glades, you're in the Glades." I don't know how the maps work out here. I know you can go further south down to where a lot of the logistics places are, and it's still considered Lebanon. Comments?
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Say hello to Randy. He's listening to the YouTube video from Missouri.
Ah, very good. Apparently, Randy is on the YouTube feed, and it's Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey India, and he's in Missouri. And that's right, Missouri, right? I didn't look him up.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know why I wrote down I. Maybe I just being lazy. Wrote the first part of the B. It's Romeo Whiskey Bravo. Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Bravo. I'm glad you're out there listening. I'm pretty sure you can't hear VHF out in Missouri, but it'd be nice if you could. Anyway, welcome to the group, Randy, and I look forward to maybe catching you on the air. Yeah, thanks, Richard. Yeah, no, Carl, yeah, you see, that's what's funny about this area is you go south on Mount Juliet Road, and you're in Wilson County, and if you go further south, as soon as you hit across the I forget where it goes, somewhere where Mount Juliet Road takes a turn there to the east, going south, it turns into Hermitage. So it's Hermitage south of me, but it's also Hermitage west of me.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. I'm on the other end though of George Ferry. I'm down by 840, like maybe half mile, 3/4 mile from 840 there by the Amazon distro. But yeah, it's interesting. But we'll see how it works out. But yeah, so if I want to go to the main post office, I've got to drive clean across the other side of the world to get to North Mount Juliet Road.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, no, well, again, to be annexed just means you're going to have to pay different property taxes. That's all.
Yes, I don't understand all that, but I don't get local. I don't get any city services, so I have to pay for or go to the. I think I heard you guys chatting about the other day at the convenience center to to discard rubbish and things like that. But it's quiet out here. They all have bigger lots. It does what it's supposed to do. So. All right, well, I'll get back. I'll let somebody else get in there. KK4UTS. Trying to decide if I'm in Mount Juliet or Lakeville.
No, I think you're still in Gladeville. That's Carl. Kilo 4 Uniform Tango Sierra in Gladeville. Good signal. Anybody else south or anywhere?
Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. John and Mount Juliet.
Hey, John. Oh, is there another party doubling in there?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Antioch.
You must have just got home.
I'm running late tonight, but conditions are pretty good. I'm hearing people I don't normally.
Yeah, no, it's been very good tonight in some cases. In most cases, I should say. But yeah, very good. Hold on. I got John and Mount Juliet here. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. How you doing tonight, John?
Doing well, and thank you, Paul, for the service you provide. And the last week or so, I've been trying to build some antennas, so all the traffic on the 415 has helped me out.
Very good. Well, that's kind of I don't know that that's the reason we did that, or I did that, putting up a YouTube channel, but it is I realize it is a service, even to those who don't ever check in. They can figure out who they can and can't hear, and it gives them an idea of how good their station is. Obviously, you're doing that.
Yeah, I started out with a little HP, now I'm on a little mobile station with a homemade antenna. Working pretty good. I can hear most people south. I don't know about the north side, but most of the south side of contact.
Yeah, well, that's really the challenge is, we actually kind of get, like wet behind the ears, and we think, well, I've got this antenna, I should hear a lot of things, and then you realize I really can't hear everything I want to hear, and you have to make changes in height. Usually, it's a height issue as much as it is it's more so a height issue than it is an antenna issue, but a good antenna certainly helps.
Thank you, Paul. 73.
Very good. That's John here in Mount Juliet, Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. Greg, you doing all right? Made it home in a rush, I guess.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yep, not bad at all. I believe I heard we're doing 70 centimeter tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, as soon as we get off the 2 meter part.
Sounds good. I don't really have anything other than that, but I will catch you on the other net.
Very good. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else? Anybody else south or anywhere?
KEB9 or KK.
I hear Charles in there, but also hold on, Charles. I got Frank beat you in there. Was easy though. Frank, how you doing tonight?
Other than being tardy to the party, I'm doing fine.
There's no, us, no rules. We don't care if you come in early or late or tomorrow for that matter.
Yeah. No, but I caught. I came in during the South when you were doing the South, which I was hearing better than I normally do. So yeah, I could report that. And I think the Carl thing, you know, the post office and being annexed are two different things. Sometimes, you know, some of the unincorporated areas use the post office from the neighboring town.
Oh yeah, there's post office does their own thing, you know.
Right. But as far as city services, we don't have that either here, and I'm in the city, so you have to pay for your own trash pickup.
The one nice feature that Mount Juliet has, and I don't care if they pick up the trash because we just haul it down to the convenience center. But the one nice feature is they come on a rotation picking up tree limbs and brush that you stick out by the street.
Yeah, they do that.
No, it's a nice feature. It really is. I mean, it's very helpful rather than hauling big loads of, you know, that kind of stuff out to the dump.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming from where I, you know, originally bought my first house to here was like, what? They don't do that. But then I'm also not paying for it. So, yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good, Frank. Anything else for the net?
No, nothing. Just looking forward to 70 centimeters.
All righty. That's Frank here in Northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Charles, I heard you in there.
Yes, now are they doing that until 40 tonight?
Yes, we are. As soon as we finish with the 2 meters, we will. How are you doing tonight?
I've been all right. I've been taking some antibiotics. Hurt my shoulder again at work, and was off for a few days. I'll go back tomorrow. I don't want to get too much in there. Trying to keep my baby happy and everything. And I've been taking ibuprofen. It's been really helping my shoulder. I tell you about pain in my shoulder. It's just like a toothache. There really ain't much you can do about it. I think I sprained or strained it.
Oh, yeah, I've been down that road more than a few times, Charles. By the way, I just looked on your address. Your old address is still here on the QRZ page.
Yeah, and I try to update it, and I don't want to get too much into it. When I tried to update it, it said something about people with felonies, and I don't know if I put that in there that I was felony. I might not be able to talk on ham radio anymore. I don't know.
I don't know. Because normally, if you change it in the FCC database, it automatically changes it in QRZ.
Well, it was asking me if you have a felony. So I know I need to update that, so I may not be able to be on here anymore. I don't know.
All righty. All right, Charles. Good. Your signal sounds good tonight, though. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on 70 centimeters. That was Charles in the what do you call it? Joelton, Ashland City area. Who else? Anybody else anywhere?
Real quick, I'm sorry. What is the at the frequency on 440? And I'm going to be doing some more work on my antenna over here.
All right, 446, 415, 446, 415. Got it? All right. Anybody else checking in on 2 meters?
And for VC Mobile, I'm 6 miles east of Springfield.
Oh, wow. You're doing great, Alan.
Yeah, I'm hearing most of the guys there. I was here at that last guy and heard one of the guys down in towards Murfreesboro, but in and out as I was driving over the hilltops over.
Yeah, you must be running down a ridge there because you do real well.
Yeah, I'm pulled over here at the moment, but yeah, you're good and loud as well. But pretty good to the south right here, I think. But I was hearing the Ashland City guy pretty strong, and I heard that HT in Mount Juliet, he was Q5.
Wow, that is some. Yeah, I guess it must be the elevation there that gets you where you are, because it's not everybody has that advantage.
Yeah, it's only on the hilltops. I can't keep hearing the dips, so that's typical. Anyway, carry on, and we'll catch you down the log, Paul, and 4VC Mobile.
Yeah, very good. We'll catch you later, Alan. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Any place, anywhere. Last chance before we move over to 70 centimeters. All righty, we'll close it out with 29 check-ins tonight. Decent number. Doesn't really matter. Numbers aren't the critical issue. We could have 29 active check-ins, and we could have another 29 that don't check in at all and are listening. So I don't have a clue who's listening, quite honestly. Nor does anybody else unless they tell me. Anyway, we're going to move right now to the 70 centimeter, which we don't do too often. It's on 446, 415. Give me a chance to run over there. I'm pretty sure I left it in my memory, but I'll find out in a moment. K4P. And then after that, we're going to be on 10 meters on 28.415. 28.415 in case you don't have 70 centimeters.
He's not out here yet, Richard.
Evidently not. I thought maybe it was my receiver.
All right, I'm here.
There you are.
I did have it in memory. I forgot that I put it in memory. So that's what a memory is good for.
Well, I put this frequency as the last frequency in the radio, which is the one right behind the first frequency, which is where the other one is.
I gotcha. Anyway, it wasn't easy. It wasn't hard for me to find. All righty, this is K4PW, the 70 centimeter portion of the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Looking for check-ins from the wherever I started. East, please come in.
Yeah, 4SIB.
All right, we got Richard. Good signal in there, Richard, but that shouldn't be tough from where you are. Who else is there besides Richard? KI4SIB, he's in north, just by Lebanon. Who else is north or east? East first. All right, you sound pretty good in there, Stan. Which antenna are you using on 70 centimeters? Same one?
Yeah.
Very good. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo, Stan over in Lebanon. Who else is east?
KB4 SFM.
Oh, you're loud and clear there, Tom. Really good.
So were you there. I was thinking you were going to be on USB. I could hear you, but I couldn't understand you until I went FM. Anyway, 73, KB4 SFM.
Very good, Tom and Martha. Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Who else is east? Up to the north.
KB9RKK.
Yeah, you don't sound any different on 70 centimeter there, Frank.
Yeah, I don't know. You sound the same as well.
Yeah, very good. Well, Tom did too. Tom, I didn't notice any difference in Tom's. I didn't look at the signal, but his voice sounded the same. Who else is north? Over to the west.
WY4G.
Hey, you got you in there. How are you hearing people tonight on 70 centimeters, Fred? Not Fred. Jeff?
Well, what few people checked in is one I didn't hear, but everyone else I've heard, pretty good so far.
All right, very good. Just curious because you've got a good signal.
Yeah, well, let's see, I'm running 50 watts, they are 45, whatever this radio puts out on UHF, and the X300, that's it.
Well, just to give you a comparison, your S9 on 70 centimeters, and you were between 50 and 60 over on 2 meters.
Okay, let's see, let me look here. I'm probably trying to see what I'm putting out on my SWR meter. What was that? But I can't see it because it's high lit, but I think his radio puts out 45 on UHF.
Well, you wouldn't think it would matter dramatically, but 70 centimeters just doesn't get out over distances as well as 2 meters does.
No, it's not designed to. It's designed to go through buildings and around them, like closer quarters than what 2 meters. Well, I mean, it has a purpose.
Oh yeah, no, of course it does. Of course it does. But anyway, I just want to let you know that you're quite dramatically different. It's like twice the signal on 2 meters than it is on 70 centimeters from your location. Who else is west? Anybody else west? Heard somebody checking in there. Well, let's go to the south. I'm not here. I hear somebody hitting the push to talk, but I'm not hearing anybody. All right. Any place, anywhere, then please come now. All right, I got you. Hold on, I got Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, and I heard who else? I heard Greg in there. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Try it again there. Hold on 1 second. Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. Greg, go hit me again with your signal.
Yeah, it's not real good on the receive side for me, so hopefully you're receiving me okay. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Well, what's interesting is it's not even registering on the meter as far as the signal. In other words, if I was deaf, I wouldn't have known you were even there. But I still can hear your signal reasonably well. It's a little rough, but I can hear you just fine.
I thought it was going to be better, but who knows?
Well, yeah. You're using the same antenna for the 70 centimeters?
Yeah, it's a Diamond X50.
Ah, okay. The X50 again, it's a much it's just less efficient antenna than like the one I have.
Yeah, I think just the difference between 2 meter and 70 centimeters is pretty startling.
Yeah, it is startling, really. You don't really realize it until you have a net like this, but it does give you a good idea, what the effectiveness of it is. I mean, you do get a good understanding of a better understanding of what you can actually do and can't do. In other words, most of the time, short range communications, 70 centimeters is fine. Long range, 2 meters, the good bet.
Yeah, well, it's all fine.
Well, very good. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. I did your Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. Give me your call and your name again so I can hear you how well you do there.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. This is K4 KCF Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. My name is Kevin. I'm all the way down in Almaville with QIT 25 watts and then GT 15, 22 feet off the ground.
Yeah, if you can believe it, your signal is better. I mean, your audio is much clearer, but your signal doesn't even show up on my meter. It's hard to believe.
70 centimeter thing, I guess.
Well, I guess, and I tell you what, if you look on the if you go to the YouTube video and look at 112, 1 hour and 12 minutes into the net, rather than listen to the whole thing and hear it, you'd be surprised at how well your audio comes through here.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to doing that. That's a great service. Thank you. Thanks, Paul, for doing that.
Very good. That's Kevin down in Alma, Kilo 4 Kilo Charlie Foxtrot. Who else is any place anywhere? Lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. Anybody?
Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray, John, I'm not doing it again.
Ah, very good. We got Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. You sound good there, John.
Thanks, Paul. Same antenna. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't hear as many people, though. I didn't get out as far.
No, it's you really have to have a really good height for 70 centimeters. And I say it all the time, and I presume it's people figured it out by themselves, but I say it anyway. It's that since I'm in the middle, I'm hearing everybody. I mean, everybody who I can hear, I can talk to, obviously, and vice versa. But you're not in the middle, so you're at a different distance altogether from those same people, and at a worse elevation. I'm not sure exactly what your elevation is, but I'm guessing it's worse than mine.
We're pretty low near the lake, so elevation is definitely a issue for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are near the lake. That's right. It's down around maybe 500 feet or less, I think.
Probably right.
All right, very good. That was John here in Mount Juliet. But a good signal to me, a good audio to me with almost no signal shown. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. Anybody else? All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people, which isn't too shabby. We had 17 one time. I don't know how we managed, but we had a really big net, I think, that night on the 2 meter. Is anybody? Well, let me do it. I'm going to jump over to 2 meters and announce the change over to upper sideband, and I'll be right back on what do you call it? The 28.415. Forgot where I was going. 28.415. This is K4PEW. We're moving over to the 10-meter portion of the net, 28.415. 28.415. For those interested, you don't have to be there. Like if you don't want to be there, I don't want you. K4PEW. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 10 meters, 28.415. People looking for people from the east, please come down. Anybody east or north? We're running out of time. You're east, north, or west? Hey, Jack, got you in there. You weren't on 70. You don't have a 70 centimeter antenna?
No, I do, and I could hear everyone except east of you. You couldn't hear me.
Oh, wow. I thought somebody was in there. Maybe that was you trying to check in, but I couldn't hear any audio at all.
Yeah, that was me trying several times.
All right. You have to eat spinach, man.
I guess so.
All right. Anybody? That was Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is any place anywhere? All righty. How come I got to the 28 meters faster than you guys did? I mean, 28.415.
I was on the wrong frequency.
Ah, well, that explains it. You sound good here, Frank.
Yeah, you sound good. I'm wearing the headset now because I can hear better with that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. That's Frank here in the Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is anywhere? Hey, very good. Got you in there, Don. You sound good. How much power? 900, you said?
Yeah,
Obviously, you need it. But I hear you good. Very good. That's Don in Bon Aqua with 900 watts. November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Who else is west or anywhere? Hey, got you in there. A little weak in there, Jeff, but I got you in there good. Yep. No, I got you. No, you're doing fine. That was Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Who else is west or anywhere? Very good. We got Greg and Antioch. Well, it sounds better there than it did on the 70 centimeters there, Greg. Yeah, if you look at that, I forget where you were there on that. When it was, yeah, if you go to about 112 and look for the kind, you'll hear your signal, and you'll see how it was no display in a fairly. It was a readable voice, but it almost sounded like you were off frequency, and I don't think you were off frequency.
I don't believe so. That's interesting.
But no, just take a listen for yourself, because I don't know why it sounded that. I'm not saying it was. I'll just say it just sounded like you were slightly off frequency. That's the only way I would be able to describe it that made sense.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to do a sideband next time.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think we've ever done a 70 centimeter sideband. Now we'll also have to do a 6 meter upper sideband net as well.
Yeah, as long as there's enough people who can participate.
Yeah, that's right. All right, very good. That was Greg and Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor X-ray Echo. I mean, who else? Anybody else? Any place anywhere? Hey, there you are. How you doing, Tom? You sound good.
I sound real good here. I'm vertical antenna.
Yeah, no, I'm vertical as well, and several though are not. I mean, obviously they're going to hear me better and vice versa if they were vertical, but I can hear most horizontal stations.
Yeah, I'm running an Amtron 99 out here, so man, it matches up really well.
Oh yeah, no, the Antron 99s are great.
Yeah, if there's anything to it, it'll see if 2010 brings them right in. Not that far off.
Yeah, they're like I don't know. You can buy those by the dozen, man. I wonder how many of those have been sold over the years.
Well, this was secondhand, so I didn't buy it used, so I can't complain.
I hear you. Anyway, that's Tom in Martha, Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot, November. Who else? Anybody else anywhere? I'm not hearing anything. Does anybody hear anything I can't? All righty, we're closing that out with 7 on the 28.415 frequency, and have a good night. I'm going to jump out of here. We'll catch you somewhere else. Have a good night. Hope to hear you on the net Sunday night and Saturday night for that matter. The K4 PEW closing the net.